Today we're diving into hyperlinks, how they work, the different types, and how to use them to create a clickable book list for all our favorite reads. Let's dive straight into it. Let's start with an unordered list. If you're not sure what this is, check out the video on HTML lists where we created a daily checklist. The link is in the description below. Now let's add our first book. I'm not much of a book reader, but for the sake of this video, I will pretend I do. Hyperlinks are used on nearly every web page, allowing users to easily click their way from one page to another. In HTML, all links are hyperlinks, a digital reference that lets you access other content by clicking or tapping. A link doesn't have to just be text. It can be a button, an image, or almost anything clickable that takes you to another document or page. Now let's look at the syntax. In HTML, all links are created using the A tag. This tag should always include the href attribute, which stands for hypertext reference. This indicates the link's destination or the URL. Think of href as their roadmap. It tells the browser where the link will go. The Harry Potter part is the text you see on the page, and it's the clickable part that will take you to that address. Let's start with our first book, Harry Potter. So we want our link to reference the Harry Potter book, and all we need is the URL address for this. The easiest way is just by googling our book, and we copy and paste the URL in the address bar to our href. Now if we click on our Harry Potter text, it will open our link. Nice. We can add a title to our link by using the title attribute. This specifies extra information about the element. The information is shown as a tooltip when the mouse moves over the element. My favorite thing about HTML links are using images as links, but we'll cover that later in the video. Now on to our second book, The Hobbit. Let's quickly do our href and title attributes. Next, we look at the target attribute. The target attribute specifies how to open the link document. Underscroll blank opens the link in a new window or tab. The underscroll self opens the document in the same window or tab and is also the default setting. That is why the Harry Potter book, when we click on it, it opens up in the same window or tab with no target attribute. Let's leave our second book on blank. Next, we have something called frame name. This lets the document open inside a specific frame. Let's add our third book and then create an iframe outside our ordered list. We are going to use the HTML iframe in this project to display a web page within our web page. All that we are going to do with our iframe is give it some width and give it a name attribute. In this example, I'll make the width 100% of our web page and give it a name, my iframe. Now, if we change our third book's target to my iframe, the Percy Jackson URL will open inside the iframe window. Pretty cool, right? We can also put something inside our iframe by default, using the source or the src attribute. It's similar to the href attribute and it defines the URL of the page to be embedded. And if we click on our Percy Jackson link, you will see that it still works. We can also use images as links, but first let's look at the syntax of an img tag. The image or the img tag is empty, meaning it contains attributes only and does not have a closing tag. The image tag has two required attributes: a source specifying the path of the image, or an alt meaning alternative, specifying an alternative text for the image if the image could not load. To use images as links are very common, and we simply wrap the image element inside the A element. Copy any image you have on your computer to the project folder. Please make sure to type the image path correctly, or it will not work. We can also use external images from another website by using the full URL, but for this video we will use our local images. If your image is very big like mine is, set the width of your picture to 100 pixels. Let's use the first line of code YouTube page for this example. If you are enjoying this content, please show your support by liking and subscribing. Thank you very much. After everything we've learned over the last two videos and this one, you should be feeling more confident with your HTML skills. Now you can start experimenting with your web pages. Try adding more books to your list, or create a new list of things you like. In the next video, we will build a photo gallery, and we will start diving into CSS for the very first time.